Hello, I'm here to discuss the H&M Case 4. My name is Zachary Ferguson. This is for Capstone 794 course for Davenport University, May 9th, 2024. So history and introduction of the case. So H&M is a top organization for quick fashion. H&M is located in several countries with its headquarters located in Sweden. The country has approximately 110,000 employees. H&M's business strategy is to keep up with the rapidly changing fashion trends that are occurring um, weekly and yearly, while their goal is to keep the cost low associated with those fashion trends. So H&M's production of clothing is usually produced in masses, with our outsourcing located in countries such as Bangladesh, due to the cheap labor available in those countries. H&M does not own any of the factories that they receive clothing from or their clothing is manufactured in, but instead they purchase the inventory from those suppliers. And then finally, the global pandemic that occurred in 2020, that started in 2020, had an overall negative effect on H&M's sales that were from people going to the stores and buying the clothing. But however, there was a steady increase in their online sales during the pandemic. So next, I want to discuss the Porter's five forces related to H&M in the case that we're discussing. So for competitive rivalry, H&M has two main competitors. These are Inditex and Fast Retailing from McGraw-Hill. So the high level of competition makes the industry not as attractive as it could be. This is due there's a larger customer market. They can easily switch between all the different rivals of the quick fashion companies. So this is highly powerful. As a competitive rivalry is highly powerful. So next we'll look at supplier power. Um, and overall, with the fashion market, the power of suppliers is moderate. So supplier power provides products for H&M that they cannot go without, the materials. But there are several suppliers that H&M can um, go to if they need. So next, we'll look at buyer power. So the ability for customers from H&M to switch between H&M's competitors, the prices are cheap, so that's not a good force of the buyer power is high due to that. Also, the buyers can leave reviews, social media reviews, tell their friends and family in person about the company on if it's bad or good. So this also gives a medium level of power to the buyer. Next, we'll look at threat of substitution. As we mentioned, there's a lot of competitors, so there is a wide range of substitutions or competitors available. So let's think about those thrift stores that people can shop at. There's vintage clothing stores as well. However, those are not the latest fashion trends, so those clothing are not current, so to say. So this gives, due to this, the overall power of substitution is moderate as well. And next, we'll look at the threat of new entry. There are several barriers for new entrants in the clothing industry. So there's real estate, marketing, suppliers. Due to this, these high price items, the threat of new entry is also low. So now we'll look at current challenges. So there's environmental challenges, air pollution, and safe working conditions, child labor, and low wages. So low wages, there's no contracts, and there's delayed payments, and there's lack of benefits for the workers in the countries that H&M outsources their work to. Talking about low wages, there's child labor in those countries. This is due to the low level of skills needed to work in these factories. Unsafe working conditions, the factories that H&M contracts with, there's buildings are not safe, they're deteriorating. There's fires that have been occurring. Also, there was a case where the doors and windows were being locked in one of the countries at the manufacturing facilities so the employees wouldn't leave earlier, and then this led to some injuries and deaths associated with fires occurring at the factory. Air pollution factories in those countries that H&M works with are mostly powered by coal, and that leads to greenhouse effects. And then finally, synthetic and natural fibers. Polyester is largely used and is not biodegradable. It's also derived from oils and gases, so that's another thing that a current challenge is the materials that H&M uses. So confrontation of these challenges could be H&M focus. H&M does focus on human rights. H&M focuses on labor laws with their suppliers. There's an audit program in place. Also, H&M does track the wages of the factories, but there's low pay for those employees. And then H&M increases working conditions for employers, for example, um, adequate lighting and access to restroom breaks. And here's my reference.